All right, so we have an equation, two-step, and two steps because we have a division and a subtraction. So that's why it's called a two-step, as two operations. And we are going to try to solve for x. So the first thing I like to do is separate the two expressions by drawing a line down through the equal sign. And then I can see that I have the expression x divided by 6 minus 2 on the left and 9 on the right. The next thing I like to do is identify the term that has the x in it. And it's this one right here, x over 6, or x divided by 6. And I highlight the whole term because I'm going to try to get this term by itself as a way to start to isolate my variable x, to get x by itself. So the first step for getting that is to get rid of the minus 2. So to get rid of a minus 2, I do the opposite. I add 2, and I have to do it on both sides of my equation. Then I separate it with a line so I can see what result falls out from this addition step. And you get minus 2 and plus 2, negative 2 and positive 2 are opposites. They make 0. So I'm left with x over 6 on this side because the minus and the plus go away, of 2. On this side I get 9 plus 2 is 11. Now I am getting closer to getting my variable by itself. It's right here, so I'm just going to highlight the variable because I have one more thing to get rid of, and that would be the 6. So the opposite of dividing by 6 is multiplying by 6. So I'm going to simply do 6 right next to my x. That means multiply. So it's 6 times x over 6. Opposite of dividing by 6 is timesing by 6. I'll put a dot in between and show you how I ended up with just being able to sit it next to that x. This is 6. Since this is a fraction, I'm going to put this over 1. 6 times x is equal to 6x. 1 times 6 is equal to 6. So I get 6x over 6. And now I have that. Now I multiplied this side by 6, so I need to multiply the other side by 6. Do not use an x for your multiplication symbol. And the other thing we don't want to see you do is write it like, we don't want to see this. We don't want to see x over 6 times 6 and 11 times 6. We don't want to see it written underneath. You just write it right next door like I've shown you here. That's the algebra way to do it. Okay, we do our addition, subtraction, and division underneath. Our multiplication we do side to side. So you can just sit it next to the variable, and then these cancel because 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 1 times x is x by itself. And on this side you get 66. So you can check it by just substituting 66 back into the original equation. And we're saying when we substitute this in for x was in the top, when we do that, will we get 9? 66 divided by 6 is 11, so I write the funneling down. 11 take away 2 is 9. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I just bring this side down, bring it down again, and they are the same, so it worked.